It's the Hip Hop School.
It's that time.
Past and present podcast.
It's that time.
All regions stand up.
On your feet.
North, South,
Everywhere.
East,
Where you at?
and West,
Huh?
Midwest.
You
Where you
know
at?
the rule.
Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the Hip Hop School. Big grown niggas grind off Primo, Fur, and Deja Rude, child. Get out your feelings, you get booed at the Hip Hop School. You know the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the Hip Hop School. Nigga can't be mad cause you got swag and easy cool. Bitch, I'm a motherfucking problem. Knowledge rule at the Hip Hop School. You know the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the Hip Hop School. Can't look like that, come in too strung out artifacts. The truth is cruel, but that's just fuel at the Hip Hop School. Past and present.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Hip Hop School Past and Present podcast. I am your girl, Asia, the assistant principal. You have Supreme Rod in the building, who is the principal. To this side of me, you have Heezy, the dean of hip hop, and down below me, you have Brother Truth, the agriculture teacher for all of your greenery needs. How y'all doing tonight, fellas?
Man, I'm good. Oh, good. Ready for the show. It's Monday. You know what I'm saying? We back. So it's gonna be a good show.
You know what time it is. Hope they got their food.
Yes, indeed. So you know how we get it started. Each and every week, we start off with a hip hop trivia question. That we try to encourage you guys to try to answer throughout the duration of the show, and we will reveal the answer at the end. This hip hop trivia question is brought to you by our sponsors: Supreme's Pull Up, Nature Spills, Art by Chunk G, the Uhuru Academy, Lit and Leisure Travel, and the Death of Asia. This week's hip hop trivia question is: what was the first hip hop record label? Again, what was the first hip hop record label? I am definitely going to learn something new today because I have absolutely no idea of what the answer is.
I just watched the interview too. I just crazy. I
did too.
I know where he got it from.
I know where he got it from.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you the one came up with the question, Brother True.
No, I didn't. But I just watched the interview that was talking about the beginning of hip hop and the label. You know what I'm saying? The original label. It kind of I'm gonna remember before the end of the show. Okay,
don't do no Google search. I see you looking down in your phone or something.
No, that's the weed.
Yes, indeed. But y'all get in here, go ahead and like this video, share it, and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's been a lot going on in these hip hop streets these days. The most controversial thing that has transpired is DJ Akademiks actually went under fire for saying that DJ, I said it right, Akademiks.
No,
he went on a fire because he actually said that the pioneers of hip hop were dusty. He called them folks dusty, right? And so a lot of the guys that are active on social media that can reach out to him, such as your LL Cool J's and your Russell Simmons of the world, they really didn't appreciate it, and they've came out since then and had some words for Akademiks regarding it. And then I saw a clip. I saw a part of the interview, not the full interview. Akademiks actually went on the Breakfast Club and he was talking about it as well.
Yeah.
What's y'all take on the whole thing with him saying the pioneers of hip hop are dusty? They broke, busted, and disgusted in so many words.
Well, my take on it is I can see both sides. You know, I saw LL response in this video, and I understand everything he was saying. But Akademiks had made some points too. You know what I'm saying? He kind of explained on the Breakfast Club interview today. I think his comments was a little bit taken out of context. You know what I'm saying? Even though he did call them some old dusty motherfuckers. But I think the point he was trying to make was it's a lot of niggas from back then that didn't pass the torch on to the younger generation as far as the hip hop business. So now, you know, when they came out, they wasn't making no money, and they didn't pass on the torch to the young niggas to show them how to make some money. So I think that was his overall point. You know what I'm saying? But I think I get both sides, and I think both can be true at the same time. That's my opinion.
So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
How can someone that didn't know how to get the money teach somebody else how to get it?
That's one of them things. It's like eventually, this hip hop started 30, 40 years ago. Eventually, you got the game. You know what I'm saying? Especially like Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons was an exec, so he was at the top. He was in the meetings and all that shit. And if we still got hip hop, rappers and shit being fucked by the record labels today and shit like that, then obviously we didn't do a good job of passing down.
Russell Simmons ain't gonna get a game anyway because he on the exec side. He ain't on the artist side.
Exactly.
Yeah. But also, you got to look at the beginning. Russell Simmons, the people that started with him, they not broke. LL Cool J, Run DMC, they got they just due for the most part. I'm not saying that they probably had the best deal in the world, but you got to think about if you an executive, you following the example of the labels that was before you. You know what I'm saying? You following like a blueprint.
Run DMC and LL not no pioneers. Hip hop had already been in effect 10 years before they even came out.
That's not true.
That's what he's saying.
LL Cool J came out in like 84, 83.
Hip hop was what, 71? That's 13.
79, bro.
No. Early 70s. Matter of fact, early 70s. Hip hop was already out.
No, it was
LL
not.
and Run DMC was just a face.
It came national to come out with Sugar Hill Gang. It came out in 79. That was the first commercial successful record of hip hop.
But hip hop was already invented in the early 70s. Facts.
Me personally,
so it's the argument about whether or not it was.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like that don't even have nothing to do with the point that I'm making.
Where people was able
to got to do with the
make
point
money off of it versus it's just being like
an art form.
Now saying that Run DMC and LL made some money, that's like 5% out of all the other motherfuckers who came out just broke.
No, I was using that as an example for Russell Simmons. You said that Russell Simmons wasn't going to give the game up, and I said the artist that was dealing with Def Jam at the beginning have a form of success. They probably didn't get fucked over, let's say, as somebody who was just straight on another label. And I've heard stories about KRS-One, not saying that he's a pioneer, but I've heard him go to other artists and tell them not to mess with certain record labels, and it was considered like he was hating. You know what I'm saying? Like he reached out to I heard about a story about him reaching out to 8 Ball and MJG, I believe, to not sign a Jive or talk to them about signing with Jive Records at the time. And he was trying to put them up on game, but he couldn't get to them in time before they signed the deal. So I think that it's taken out of context because we don't know who did what behind the scenes, and to call somebody who started something and that you making money off of, that you able to benefit off of, Dusty, is like, that's kind of like how they didn't even start hip hop as to make money. It was just an art form. It was just something that was created. It was in parties. It was doing all that. You feel what I'm saying? So how can you have a business mind about something that you didn't start as a business?
DJ Akademiks' sentiments and the sentiments of the young hip hop artists wouldn't even be like this if it wasn't for the original hate that the old school motherfuckers be putting on the young. They call them dumb. They call them stupid. They say they don't respect hip hop. They say they don't do hip hop right. So when the young niggas say, well, fuck them dusty niggas, we got money, I don't fucking blame them niggas, man. They just giving the hate back.
Qualified to say that though.
They giving the hate back.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something that I picked up with this whole DJ Akademiks thing. And DJ Akademiks is not keeping it real on his stance. DJ Akademiks, when he was saying, oh, they dusty and all of that, he was talking about they ain't got the money. And to your point, Supreme, it's basically the old school, they be hating on the new school. And so the new school is able to say, hey, but we making money, y'all not making money. But yet when Akademiks will speak out on what he really meant, and when he was on the Breakfast Club, he'll say, well, the problem is y'all it's not about the money, it's about the knowledge. And I don't like that. DJ Akademiks, he was on his bullshit. He was just talking crazy, saying whatever, using it as shock value. He's trying to become some type of shock jock at this particular point.
Well,
and
he's already won.
That, and he didn't feel, and he didn't think. I don't think he even realizes. I know he got a little clout or whatever, but I don't think that he felt like he had the range where it was gonna reach certain people and they was gonna start responding to his ass.
I don't think he cared.
No, he didn't care when he was saying what he said.
He don't care now.
Definitely doing damage control at this particular.
Nah, there's nothing wrong with further explaining yourself. There's nothing wrong with further explaining yourself for clarification.
If you're not backpedaling.
He wasn't backpedaling.
He did backpedal.
Not to me.
You basing the creation of an art form that has changed people's lives, just not monetarily, but just as an expression, as a you know what I'm saying, just able to express themselves for this generation, for our generation, just like jazz and stuff in the past. Hip hop is like our jazz, it's like our, you know, way we express ourselves musically. You know what I'm saying? To call somebody dusty or say
why the youth can't express themselves and always getting dissed?
What are you talking about, bro?
You saying it's a way to express ourselves and to call somebody dusty.
You keep trying to change the narrative to the youth. Who is
that's what he's talking about?
But he can't speak for the youth. He can't speak for every rapper. He can't speak for the whole youth. He's not the voice of the youth. Akademiks ain't the voice.
That sentiment is all throughout the youth. That the young people, that the older school rappers don't respect us, so therefore we just gonna get this money and fuck what they talking about.
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't
see
it. It's been like that for years. It's been like that.
I see a lot of the younger niggas fucking with the older guys, and Nas had Dirk and them on his album. Man, it's a lot of niggas that's older that come back and
but it's a lot of them that's not.
Look, check this out.
But we gonna make the ones that don't the face of the shit instead of the ones.
No, we're not making the fake, but that's who Akademiks talking to. So if he ain't talking to Nas and them, then I ain't talking to you.
He trying to make it, but that's not the point. The point is that he's calling people dusty who created an art form that he make millions of dollars off of.
Because to me, to be perfectly honest, that's by that statement, Akademiks sound like a culture vulture to me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how he sounds.
I always thought he was.
He is a culture vulture.
This is my first time ever actually listening to Akademiks.
He don't give a fuck about the culture. He don't care about young niggas knowing about no game and all that. He don't give a fuck about that shit.
I don't know. I can't say, because like I said, this is my first time listening to him. You know what I'm saying? Since he's been around. He's been around for years. I can't really.
He's always
he made his mark talking about drill. He made his mark talking about the drill rappers getting killed in Chicago. That's how he blew up.
He's always defended the youth. He's always defended young rappers. Always.
But what to your point though, Truth, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of shocked myself that LL and MC Shot Rock and all these old school rappers responded, because the nigga been saying, like, to your point, Preem, he been saying shit like this for years, as far as I know. You know what I'm saying? He been saying this shit all the time. So what the hell made them respond this time? I was shocked when the motherfuckers responded.
And that goes back to my initial point that I was making about, and Supreme said he didn't care. DJ Akademiks didn't always have this range.
I guess that's what it is.
And a lot of people that once they reach a certain level, they reach a certain height, because they haven't been getting feedback or anything, or been rubbing elbows with a certain demographic of people, they might not know that, hey, these people are actually out here listening to them. So DJ Akademiks, he was saying what he wanted to say on his platform, not even thinking it's going to reach that far, because I don't think he has realized that he has a larger platform than he started out with initially. So,
it's the hate that hate produced.
So now, but you saying it's the hate that hate produced, as if Akademiks is the one that is being affected by this quote unquote hate, and he's making himself the spokesperson for it. Right, and it's like, dude,
this nigga Method Man just went on fucking Mav Hoffa. What's that nigga name?
Mav Hoffa. Yeah, Mav Hoffa.
How these young niggas getting all this money to fly around? Where they getting the money from? Pocket watching and shit. Man, them niggas old niggas be hate, man.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it
He
is.
asking you like shit.
Nah.
He was on some hate shit. I saw that shit. He was on some
and
real
it's
hate
nothing
shit.
wrong. It's nothing wrong. The thing is I just didn't like the fact that he backpedaled to me. And even though he has been saying the same, they're just like me.
See in the comments,
it's a whole bunch of
stuff,
just like our show and the Deaths of Deasia, right? Say for instance, like a lot of wild stuff we may have said on this show and our audience is not that large or whatever the case may be. People who've been watching us since the inception, they could say, oh, they've been like this since they first started. But the people who we end up reaching down the line that weren't in us in the gym hooping, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, what's this about? It's gonna be different, you know. Mm-hmm. So to say, oh, he was saying the same thing, yeah, he was saying the same thing, but now he in a different space.
But that's
I don't know about you, brother True, but I listen to all these old niggas who be dropping these albums, all the older rappers, bro. All them niggas be dissing, bro. They be dissing in they shit. I heard.
That's the truth.
They be dissing, bro.
I mean, I'm saying like, because I understand like, okay, you have a difference of opinion about the era. I don't think that it's hating necessarily, but just because I didn't like a lot of the newer music. I was stuck in my zone at first, and then you got to catch on. It's just like with us, niggas. When we was young, my mom and them ain't understand why I was liking rap music and shit. They like, man, turn that shit bullshit. But then gradually, older people start liking it, Tupac and all that type of stuff. People gravitate towards stuff. You learn, you grow. So I mean, some niggas is hating. It's gonna have haters, but to paint it as if the whole industry is haters when it's people that's doing the opposite of what y'all say. And I'm
not saying the whole industry. I'm saying it's too much.
Hey, and think about when Cash Money and No Limit had came out and they was running the game. It was a bunch of old niggas from the 80s and shit talking about these bullshit ass niggas making all this money. They was hating on them niggas back then. That shit continue. You know what I'm saying? That shit never stopped. You know what I'm saying? And they was giving niggas the game back then. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna quote the late great Bun B. And as Bun B line, he said, niggas ain't hating the music, they hate the money.
That nigga ain't late, man. That nigga still living, man.
Oh, I'm saying not the late great, excuse me. The great Bun B. Oh, my bad, y'all. The great Bun B. My bad, Bun B. But Bun B said, man, they not hating the music, they hating the money, man. That's why he met the man to come on and be like, why did niggas make so much money?
But to blanket everybody under that blanket is you taking some shit out of context and you just painting the broad
everybody picture. Under it.
It's why not you don't say everybody, but it's saying it does exist.
Nobody said that it didn't though,
and nobody is saying that it's everybody either.
Right, you are. That's what. That's what we're saying. Like these telling niggas, you that we're not. You saying academics. You said what I'm saying. What Preem is saying. Like,
no. You said rappers like Nas and such, and a lot of older rappers fuck with him. I said then that's not who we talking to. I specifically said that. I'm talking to the ones that are. They constantly do it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something too. A lot of people in our community, they have this thing where we wear struggle like a badge of honor and a rite of passage. So for an older rapper that had to get money and go through all of these different obstacles to get their money and had to really push their pen and still barely making it and all of that, they naturally feel some type of way because the people after them, they ain't gotta work. They ain't gotta work as hard. They still gotta work hard, but it's easier ways and it's shortcuts in order to be successful. So that just goes back into something that we just deal with as a community where you even in parents and people be like, well, the younger generation, we had it this way and we had it that way. And these kids got it so good now. And it's like, you supposed to put in their work so the future generation don't have to have it so hard. But yet these old cats, they really see it as they don't deserve the money that they're making. That's how they look at it for real.
So ain't you supposed to pay homage to the people that came before you? That's what I was taught. That's the cloth I was brought. That's the
right. And I'm saying academics hate it.
For me and laid a foundation for me to stand on, I'm supposed to pay homage. How I'm not supposed to pay homage?
Well, why in the hell is Akademiks calling the people who paid the foundation dusty then?
That's what I'm saying. What are
my
you talking
point
about?
is,
that's my point.
I'm not saying what he's saying. I'm saying I understand why he do it. That's all I'm saying. I get why he do it.
Okay, like this, like people will call it hating if the older generation say, well, they don't acknowledge the founders or the pioneers. They like discredit what they did, but you rapping because of what they did. You can't forget that. You got to always keep that in perspective. Not saying you owe them nothing as far as outside of just acknowledging and knowing the history. You feel what I'm saying? You can't
this is what I'm saying, Truth,
without knowing the history of it and call yourself authentic.
Check this out. If I'm a young rapper, right? I'm a young cat, 14, 15. I'm listening to some old school shit, being inspired by the rap, right?
Yeah.
And I come out, I tell my story and the way I want to tell it, and I hear the old niggas saying I ain't doing good enough, or I'm stupid, or I'm dumb. Why the fuck would I pay homage?
But that's what I'm saying. You making it like that's every rapper. That's not every rapper. Talk about the ones that ain't doing that.
The ones that ain't doing that.
Fuck them niggas.
Okay,
so we're
not gonna get anywhere if we make it about absolutes. Nobody is saying everybody, or if we make it about absolutes and then we gotta like point out each individual person, we'll be here all night. It's not about what's understood don't have to be explained. Ain't nobody saying everybody.
What I'm saying is pay homage to the niggas who did the right thing. If it's niggas that gave game, if it's niggas that put a foundation down that you like, pay homage to them. You don't gotta pay homage to the niggas who you think
there are young rappers who pay homage.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they don't.
So listen, you just said pay homage to those who do. They do. But there's also some that's like fuck them, and they both can write. They both right.
Right.
And you know what, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not a real big fan of this paying homage thing or whatever, because a lot of people in hip hop be trying to make it seem like they gatekeepers and they just somebody that picked up a pen, ain't rubbed elbows with these people or nothing like that, and they feel like, oh, anybody that come after me, they gotta pay me some respect. Like you gotta go through me. Like there's some type of gatekeeper in the. What's problematic about that? Prime example is this stuff with this female hip hop that has been going on here. Every time you get one big girl that's in the industry or whatever, is somebody at the gate trying to gatekeep, and it get catty and all that kind of stuff. Cause it's like, oh, if you finna come in this game and you finna do your thing, then you gotta respect me. You gotta pay homage to me, bitch. I ain't gotta pay homage to you, really. You know what I'm saying? Because you did what you did. You did what you did in order to make yourself successful. I'm doing what I'm doing in order to make myself successful. And I might not even know you or heard of you or anything. It's like everybody be wanting these new rappers to go reach way back to 1970 something, when hip hop first started, and being able to recognize all these people.
That ain't what I'm saying at all.
That was before them. They're just unrealistic.
That's just like, right? Like I use Boosie for example, right? I hear Boosie talk, but I've also heard Boosie talk about Pimp C, Bun B, Master P, the people that he learned from. You know what I'm saying? The people that he, you know what I'm saying? Like that's paying homage. It ain't like I'm saying, like you gotta go do nothing for them. It's just like the people that inspired you to get in the game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you even gotta mention them names. It's just a certain respect level that you have for the game. Like
two things can exist at one time. Right.
To me, that keeps shit going in the correct fashion, because you got a blueprint to follow, even though you might switch up, you know what I'm saying, certain shit, you know what I mean, for your own sake, but you just walking in steps that's already before you. You know what I'm saying? That's just
two things can be right at the same time, though. Yeah, I'm paying homage. You got a group like UGK. They paid homage to a lot of old school rappers, but they also called out the haters.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I'm not saying nothing wrong with calling out the haters. I'm saying the way what DJ Akademiks is doing is not calling out the haters. That's not calling out the haters. That's being a hater.
And I'm saying he's being a hater because the haters produced it.
Well, we're not gonna make nobody responsible for Akademiks outside of himself, because Akademiks,
that nigga be on that drunk.
Akademiks, he say wild things in order to get the attention, and I think that the heat just got too hot on his ass. But one thing I can say about Akademiks, he is trying his best to stand on his square, because even when he was on the Breakfast Club, they asked him should he apologize, and he was like, well, you know, he didn't feel like he should apologize, but he started stumbling over his words and everything when and couldn't find the words to say when he was asked, what is your contribution to the culture?
Nothing.
I ain't see that part.
His whole blow up is talking about niggas getting killed in Chicago, real life death situations. He just like running play by play with this shit, like this shit a game. Like,
but I bet if you ask some young rappers, they can give you his contribution. It all is about perspective and where you at with it. A lot of young folks respect him.
For what though?
Whatever reason for them.
Who respect him? I'm saying
I don't know. I don't listen to that.
Your contribution to the culture. What? How you even?
That's a good point though.
That ain't just because somebody like him don't mean that he has contributed anything substantial.
No, I'm saying you're gonna find some young people that feel like he has made contributions.
Probably so. You know what I'm saying? But
because I follow him on Instagram and he shares a lot of their shit. So to them, he's contributing to them.
Okay, so let's just
remind me of Vlad.
Now let's not talk about what these younger people might be able to say about Akademiks, as far as what you guys can see. As far as his impact and his contribution, what do you guys feel as if Akademiks has contributed to the culture?
Advertising and marketing young rappers.
Okay, so let me ask you
on his page with a million followers. That's his contribution to me.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Supreme. Is there any artist that Akademiks put you up on that you didn't know about, and he put you up on that artist, and that artist is now successful?
I will say this. I've seen him share artists that I've never heard of. I don't follow it, but I see him share artists that I've never heard of. So is he put me up on them? Yeah, I never heard of this artist until he shared it.
Well, my thing is this. So,
did I answer your question?
Okay, you did answer my question, but I think the contribution part is kind of like going over your head a little bit.
What you mean, like the art form?
I can go share somebody's
contribution to hip hop.
I could go share that. We all could share. We share people music, and we do this all the time. He just so happens to have a platform that does it. He's sharing somebody else's work, other than getting on the internet or whatever, running his mouth.
That nigga is a black Vlad. Vlad
Listen,
did the same shit.
I am not an academic apologist. Let's just get that straight. I get his sentiment. I get the sentiment though.
He wouldn't have a platform without the culture. So him having a platform or
nigga was a fan
something on his platform ain't contributing to the culture because the culture gave him a platform.
Well, he was a DJ in his high school and college years.
That's what I'm saying.
He was.
No, we're not gonna focus on him.
So how's he a culture vulture? That's what I'm talking about.
We're not talking about his contributions at the pep rallies.
No, I'm talking about how is he a culture vulture? He loves hip hop just like we do.
Because the way that he has used
the way he go about it, the way he act in the culture, the shit that he do, just like one time 21 Savage called him out. He was talking about
a lot of motherfuckers.
He was talking about some shit, and 21 Savage was like, this was at the time when 21 Savage was doing the financial literacy program and first coming out with that. He was like, man, you ain't post about nothing. You ain't never posted about that. You always talking about this and that and about what we do and how our music is this. Well, you ain't never talk about this positive thing that I'm doing, but you want to talk about the bullshit, some controversial things I might say in my music, but you ain't gonna talk about the good that I do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have balance, bro.
It's funny you brought up 21 Savage because he's been dissed and trashed by old school rappers, and he made a response talking about nigga talking about my shit ain't real hip hop, nigga, fuck you type shit. So
Yeah, I mean that's.
I
just want to point that out.
I respect that. That's real shit. Anybody.
No, I just threw that out there.
But that's just a whole nother discussion. I'm not gonna say that 21 Savage ain't hip hop, but I understand how people be saying certain shit ain't hip hop or whatever the case may be. But I understand the argument on everything is hip hop because rap is an element of hip hop and all that. You feel what I'm saying? But that's bullshit. You shouldn't. 21 Savage is a part of hip hop. He make hip hop. He make good music. He make all kinds of on every. You know what I'm saying? He got a.
I think when we do the show on Culture Vultures, I mean, my point still stand, man. It's so hip hop is so huge, and it's just hard for me to just tell somebody how the fuck they can use the shit and how they should go about the shit with hip hop, man. That nigga Akademiks found his niche, and he doing his thing, man. And I don't think he really give a fuck.
Yeah, and I honestly, when you say you don't think he really give a fuck, I really don't think he give a fuck about what he say, nor does he really give a fuck about what he try to claim that he stand for. Because he try to, I think whatever it is that he feel like he could latch on to or he could talk about that is going to get him his views, rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of the game. But he does not have a genuine concern. Because the thing is, if you so concerned, well, why you ain't never checked Joe Budden's? You was working with Joe Budden's. They was doing that thing, the interviews, what it was, it Complex or whatever. When they had the interviews, don't quote me, I think it was Complex. They was having the interviews and they had the Migos there. Akademiks was talking about how much he liked the Migos. Joe Budden get mad, fuck this shit storming off or whatever the case may be. Right. You run with a nigga that don't even fuck with the youth. So you mean to tell me you really care when you run with somebody that have these type of feelings towards the youth? And so I ain't seen you had no conversation with somebody that you rubbing elbows with where you could actually get on a platform and have a conversation. You could debate your feelings.
I get the Akademiks.
You didn't do anything.
I get the Akademiks is not the shining star to represent certain shit. I get that. But don't throw the rock and expect not the rock to get thrown back from whoever throw the motherfucker. Niggas been throwing rocks at the youth for years, man. And now
Akademiks don't speak for the youth. You keep saying that it's different.
This man act like Akademiks is NBA young boy with a microphone.
Do not represent the youth, bro.
He represents the sentiments. He
don't fuck with Akademiks.
Akademiks is about 45 years old, and he's not. And I'm gonna tell you something. Another thing that I feel like.
No, he young as hell.
Well, he look old. Another thing I feel like is this too. If you notice, right? If you notice, even though Akademiks had his platform or whatever, it was more so of, just talking about what's going on in Chicago or whatever, right? $1 million worth of game hit the scene. $1 million worth of game hit the scene, and $1 million worth of game is all about the youth. Gilly will get on there talking about, we ain't fucking with the old niggas. We talking about the youth. Right. He'll get on there and say that on the platform. Akademiks is able to sit back and see what $1 million worth of game is doing, and it's growing. Now, I really feel like he's trying to jump on that bandwagon where he coming out and say, hey, look, I'm over here too. I ride with the youth too. I'm going to stand up for you guys. I'm going to say the bullshit too for you guys. Come over here.
All the main niggas that would be considered youth in hip hop is beefing with the nigga that, well, I ain't going to say beefing, but had problems with the nigga that he fuck with 6ix9ine. All them niggas don't fuck with that nigga. So how the fuck he gonna be the voice of the
I got one question for you. I got a question for you.
With 6ix9ine.
I got a question for you. If NBA YoungBoy would have said the same exact thing, what would you have said?
That's fine because no, don't ask.
So that's my fucking point. This shit is right. You just don't like who's saying it.
No, he can't. He got to be qualified. But I'm saying, I would still have a problem with the Dusty part because
you just said it was cool. No. Make your mind up.
But I'm saying I didn't really know what you was talking about.
Okay. I said if you said the exact same thing.
But what I'm saying is, we've been talking about a whole bunch of different things. You talking about the Dusty part? I got a problem with that. Whoever say it, how you gonna call somebody Dusty? That's like me calling my granddaddy Dusty. because he didn't own a house or whatever the case may be. You said what?
Sometimes granddaddies do be dusty though.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm saying my granddaddy lived in a whole different time, was in a whole different, you know what I'm saying? Without him, I wouldn't be here. So if he dusty, I'm dusty. Regardless of what I got, I'm a representation.
So let me,
if I'm saying I'm a part of hip hop culture and I'm calling the hip hop pioneers dusty, I'm dusty too.
Right.
Pioneers dusty.
So if my granddaddy called me dusty, I'm gonna call him Dusty back.
Hey, so let me ask y'all this though. So his whole thing, Akademiks' whole thing is, his whole claim is he's putting these young rappers up on the business of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? He put the young rappers up on everything he knows going, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes and these deals and everything like that, right?
Yeah, niggas still getting fucked over in deals.
Yeah, for sure. So but check it out. Then you got people like Charleston, right? Charleston White, right? Who kind of trying to do his part to kind of go after rappers as far as their content and shit like that. So hip hop now is about like 40 years old, right? Do y'all think like hip hop is kind of maturing, like to a certain point where we trying to get away from all that killing and thug, you know what I'm saying, the gang banging shit, and we trying to get our business together as a whole, you know what I'm saying, as far as hip hop and the culture and everything like that? What y'all think about that?
I think it's actually, I think it's definitely evolving in some areas. I think some of the progress is faster in other areas than some. You know, everything is not growing at the same rate. Of course, we definitely have a huge problem with it ain't even necessarily just all about the lyrics anymore. It's just these people lifestyle, because you could get one of these like rappers that be kind of like on some stunner music and they be some killers, you know, like you got niggas like Young Thug running around in dresses, but you know what I'm saying, he getting caught up in a RICO charge. So it's like it's different and there's so many moving parts. However, I think there is a lot, there are more people that are coming out that are being more vocal about it. But just like when you mentioned Charleston White, even with him having a stance, Akademiks got a stance, right? Neither one, both of them get met with some pushback.
Because it's hip hop, because this is shit we grew up with. This it's real, you know what I'm saying? We get touched by it. The fans, you know what I'm saying, we get touched by it because this is shit we grew up with. This is shit we love, whether they talking about killing some shit, you know what I'm saying, all kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? So
to answer your question, look at Sauce Walker interview on $1 Million Worth of Game.
I'm gonna check it out. I started watching.
He dropped so much knowledge and information that the game is definitely maturing. They are getting smarter, man, especially with the advent of the internet. You are in control of your music like never before. You don't really need the major companies to fuck over you like we needed them in the past.
I think that's the point that we really need to get to, because at the end of the day, both sides been losing. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker who win is the motherfucker, the record company, the execs who got control of the game and really making the motherfucking money, and they sitting back laughing like, look at these motherfuckers fighting each other again. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get to the point where we controlling this shit, and I think that's kind of the point of what Akademiks was making, and it's kind of the point that LL was making too. You know what I'm saying? We still ain't got there yet, but
like I say, man, both sides are right and both sides are wrong.
Yeah, I just personally think that DJ Akademiks, more so than anything, was just being disingenuous, especially after hearing him, you know, on the interviews. And everything. He was just being disingenuous to me. It's like when you made the point, Supreme, when you were saying about what if NBA YoungBoy was to say the same thing. If NBA YoungBoy is the one that's personally catching the heat, and he got people that he could point at, and he could say that this particular person is talking about me, they got something to say about my music, they hating on me or whatever. However, he go back at them, and that's considered a beef at that point, a quote unquote beef at that point, where, hey, you said something about me, I'm gonna go back at you. That's normal. That happens.
I don't care if he's being disingenuous. I care about the truth.
Okay, so but my point is this. So
you're not speaking the truth.
We understand that that's your thoughts, but my thoughts are the fact that if NBA YoungBoy were to do it, it would be different because he is actually being the one that being personally attacked. And so now, okay, you finna talk about me. I'm gonna talk about you, and I'm gonna say whatever I need to say to you to hit you where you hurt. That's just part of it. However, DJ Akademiks jumped off the porch out of no fucking where. It is not no conversation going on about this stuff. Everybody is just chilling, minding their business.
It is the conversation. The conversation is a fluid, ongoing conversation.
But it's not anything that just recently happened or anything like that.
It happens all the time.
But
right.
what
that's what I was like.
So
I don't know why the hell they responded, because he said everybody say shit like
y'all
this.
keep going back to he says this all the time or whatever the case may be.
And he don't want.
When did he get on there and say that the pioneers are dusty? He didn't say that before.
He might not have said that.
He not said dusty, but he's made statements similar to that about the pioneers.
So this is the thing. I'm not talking about the fact that he could have very well got on his platform and made a statement and said the pioneers of hip hop are hating on the youth. That's fine. It happens. It ain't nothing wrong with him telling that truth.
That's totally different.
You cannot tell me that this man adding the extra as the hip hop's the pioneers are dusty wasn't for shock value. You can't tell me it wasn't.
Y'all said it yourself that who the fuck is DJ Akademiks? He ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? So why the fuck is everybody responding to him?
Because he got a platform, bro. That's what I'm saying. Because people understand the reach of his platform. He got millions of followers. He got millions of people watching his platform.
And they mad. And they mad how the truth gonna get out. Them niggas.
So he do got some type of impact then. So he is somebody in the culture then.
But what I'm saying is he only his platform is because he's talking about shit that's going on with. Let's just keep that at the top of the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like his platform is built off talking about shit that he ain't got nothing to do with.
If his statements didn't have no validity, they wouldn't even be worried about it.
He not even really built off hip hop.
Valid. I think
that's what I'm saying. The shit got validity, man.
Here. The man, he ain't lying. He's telling the truth.
No, when he switched it up and say, "Oh, well, no, they didn't give us no game." But all he was talking about was them niggas dusty because they ain't got no money or whatever the case may be. And
right.
That's what
he said.
Y'all gotta follow the thing. The man was saying, "Oh, they dusty or whatever the case may be." Exactly. Dusty and knowledge ain't the same thing.
I get that. I get that. Look, he shot a shot. He hit below the belt. Cause them niggas be hitting below the belt.
I get that. Man, but
what pioneer than this young? I ain't heard no Cool Herc and all them niggas.
Please, them niggas always, man, boy. I'll get you the information, brother, and put you up on game.
They do that, but
I'm just saying,
I ain't heard one and Lord Jamar just dropped the song. Listen to that shit. They ain't that motherfucker hanging like
not a pioneer. That nigga came out in the 90s. We talking
about. I said KRS-One and Lord Jamal dropped the song together.
Who?
KRS-One and Lord Jamal dropped the song together.
The niggas he talking about though? He talking about like Cool Herc and what's the name? You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers like that. When you talk about pioneers, he ain't talking. He even said it. He reiterated it. He like LL. I didn't consider you a pioneer because I'm talking about such and such.
I think that's where he
like that. That's who we talking about. He ain't talking about no damn what's the name.
Grandmaster Flash.
Mr. Dialogue said it is intentional for shock value, but that alone doesn't make it disingenuous. He is calling out the OGs to make them start giving up the game. He calling them out to actually bridge the gap.
He said that after the fact. After he got called out, then
y'all act like y'all didn't see what Akademiks said first.
Once I saw the clip.
I ain't see everything.
Akademiks switched it to, "Oh, y'all ain't give up the game." LL, I ain't.
Did he lie? Is he lying?
Okay, Supreme,
but that's not what nobody was talking about.
That
wasn't never what the conversation
was. He was talking about. He didn't start talking about that until they was asking him.
Is some of them niggas dusty? Yes or no?
Some of them niggas that respond.
A lot of them dusty, but that's not the point.
I don't know what them niggas is. Ain't my business to call nobody dusty or not.
And listen, think about Bambaataa. You got niggas like Bambaataa. You know what I'm saying? So them niggas ain't clean. You know what I'm saying? The Bam Body and all that shit happened with him and KRS-One and X Clan and all that shit. MC saying he on there looking like a fiend responded. Shit, all them niggas ain't clean, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? And Melly Mel and Cool Herc and all shit. Them niggas ain't dusty either. Them niggas got money. So you got to pick and choose about, I guess, who the fuck he was talking about.
He's talking to the ones that got something to say. He ain't talking to the ones who not dusty and got money and respect to you. Like LL. He wasn't talking to LL.
So what if they got money and they got something to say about? I be having something to say sometimes about how young niggas do shit. I get on my young niggas all the time about how they do shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. You be stuck in your ways as an older person. You know what I'm saying? It ain't necessarily hating. It's just shit. I grew up different. You know what I'm saying? They came up different. So
right. Like, and let them grow up and do their thing.
You know what I'm saying? And most motherfuckers do. Even if they got something to say, even if I got something to say, my little niggas know I ain't hating. I ain't like, man, y'all doing this or y'all got this and I ain't had this. It ain't like that. I'm just saying.
I mean, I think we're pretty intelligent enough to know when an older person is giving game and actually care about somebody and see some mistakes and be like, man, let me put you up on game. And actually like call niggas dumb, mumble rappers. You niggas don't care about hip hop. Y'all don't respect the culture. It's a lot of this shit out there.
Ruining hip hop. They didn't ruin hip hop, and hip hop is dead because of these niggas and all that type of shit.
Y'all want me to tell y'all something, and I'm gonna be perfectly
honest. You gotta look at how they look at hip hop and what they think hip hop is.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with me. Right? Even though I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not like Akademiks. I'm gonna just say that right now.
I don't either. That's what I'm saying. It's hard for me to defend it.
But this is what I'm gonna say though. Because I'm aware of how things are, and I'm following, like right now, I'm actually following a showdown on Twitter between somebody they've been in the game for a while and getting into it with the newer people or whatever and thinking they supposed to pay homage. But anyway, so my thing is this: I don't like Akademiks, but I'm not the one to shoot the messenger. You get what I'm saying? So when I first heard that Akademiks had said them folks dusty, it tickled me, and I was like, well, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, I was like, damn, he really went there. Like, it do be a lot of these old cats, y'all dust as hell, y'all ain't getting no money or whatever. Y'all got everything to say about what these young people doing, but yet you can't even live the lifestyle they living. So whether you feel like they dumb, stupid, or whatever you feel like they are, they living a way better lifestyle than you, right? So when he first said it, I wasn't mad at Akademiks for first saying it, right? Because there is truth to it. However, this is what pissed me off about people. If you gonna say something, stand on that shit. Like, don't say no shit like that and get on the Breakfast Club and start talking about you was mean and something else. No, nigga, you said these folks dusty, and that's what you need to stand on. You need to say, yeah, these old ass niggas, they broke, they tied in there through. Don't get on the Breakfast Club talking about you was talking about knowledge when you weren't talking about knowledge when you was calling on folks dusty. You was talking about money. Right. Keep it like stand on your square for real. Don't be back. That's the backpedaling for me, because that wasn't the same tone he had when he first said the bullshit. Mm-hmm. Had he just kept it 100, I wouldn't have been mad because the nigga didn't lie.
To me, further explaining myself is keeping it 100. Like I can say something on shot.
Not when you done changed the damn subject.
I don't think he changed it. I think he just brought better perspective to it. To me, that's just me.
It up all the way.
Bro, how can you? What does this person didn't give knowledge and these people are dusty? How is that? They ain't even in the same
shit to me.
It's not. It's not.
I ain't see the whole Akademiks little rant or whatever he was talking about. I only saw the little clip, so I can't say exactly what he was saying.
Mental Dialogue said dusty meant knowledge and lack of money. See, this nigga, he thinking he doing something.
He right.
This is not no damn supreme alphabets where you get the use one letter and say the rest of the word means some other shit. Let me take this comment out. This man gone on. Dusty means this. No, it the fuck it don't. Dusty
y'all hating on my boy Montoya, man.
The fuck?
Montoya dropping facts. He dropping jewels on y'all.
Not another comment coming up here because he just going too far. Then Solo said, there are many old dusty haters out there that hate on the youth. Big facts, like for real.
Yeah, it's
Well,
haters. There's always gonna be haters.
it's too many.
Yeah, so why would everybody respond, especially the motherfuckers who ain't dusty? You know, that was just my whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Because he disrespecting motherfuckers who he wouldn't have a
he
platform.
Didn't put a name on it, so anybody could say something.
Man, Russell Simmons is a fugitive from the law for sex. He needs to shut the fuck up.
Some motherfuckers just shouldn't
say
nothing.
I ain't seen we ain't you know what I'm saying?
Nah, but I get it though. I get it why they would say something, man. They love hip hop.
They gotta say something.
They love hip hop, man, and they love the pioneers. We all love the pioneers. I love the pioneers. I love hip hop.
You can't just base it off. They went through a struggle so you can get the money the way you get their money now. If they didn't go through the struggle and to know like what a bad deal is and getting fucked over and you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like,
and they went to the struggle so they can fucking do what they want to do with it.
Yeah, Hannibal Bay said hip hop was not about money when it started. The first time he said something that made sense. But you know what? The thing
but hold on.
And it wasn't because I don't think nobody thought they was gonna be able to make money off of hip hop. First of all, it wasn't even accepted. Second of all, it was just developing. Like these people didn't think like this is something for us to be able to make some money from. They weren't thinking like that.
See, this is the cap I be talking about. People forget shit. Now, when it first started in the parks, yeah, hip hop, it wasn't about a monetary gain.
Right.
But y'all want to talk about LL Cool J, the nigga on his cover with a big ass gold chain with some motherfucking Jordans on. KRS-One dropped Criminal Minded about making money illegal.
With the dope and the gun.
Eric being Rakim, let's get paid in full. Wu-Tang Clan, cash rules everything around me. See, it's about money when they do it, but if you're not personally making it, and the next motherfucker is, well, it's not about money no more. But nigga, you just said because you broke.
MC Sen, look, remember MC Sen first album cover. He on there with the beam, the red beamer and shit with the cell phone. Yeah,
all the motherfuckers had on big ass gold chains and Gucci and
I don't think he was making a point of it was a problem with getting money. I think it was more so just trying to explain how
that ain't what it is.
Mindset may have been.
He won them niggas too. Hannibal, you won. You don't like the young music. You be hating on the shit. Say that you can't give him that. I know that for a fact. He Asian.
Okay, well. I ain't gonna let you cuss me out.
I mean, I understand what he mean when he say hip hop wasn't about money, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, it wasn't even thought about like in a business sense. It was just something.
But they shouldn't send no mixed messages.
It was set, but he's saying when hip hop started though, hip hop ain't start with.
I went as far as LA though. You told me he was a pioneer. I tried to tell you he wasn't. Now he didn't start shit. Okay, brother.
No, I'm saying he is a pioneer in rap.
Yeah.
How is he not a pioneer?
And he put money on the forefront.
How is he not a pioneer? By the
time so I'm saying, he put money out there.
He was signed to a label. Yeah,
he made money important.
He was trying to make money. Signed to a label, of course. Right. He's trying to make money.
That's my point.
Y'all just some academic. Supreme is an academic apologist.
I'm down with the youth. I'm down with the niggas doing. I'm down with the niggas. I'm down with the niggas making money. I'm down with the niggas rapping how they want to rap and all that old type shit. And I ain't down with old niggas hate at all. I'm an older nigga and I accept where hip hop is going. I can't control it. The old niggas can't control it, and it is what it is.
What's up, Black?
Hey, Black Socrates.
What's up? Thanks for letting me on, man. Preem, you killing it tonight. And I don't even fuck with the young shit the way Preem do. But what y'all do know is the truth is the truth is the truth. And I don't care where it come from.
Spit it out there.
So Academic, when you first make the shock statement, yes, being intentional, he knows what he's doing. His platform is probably bigger than some of y'all.
You know what he's doing.
I'm not a fan of DJ Academics. But this thing called hip hop, I love it, so I do try to keep up, and he's bigger than people realize. But with that said, he absolutely used the word dusty intentional to create shock value. but further explaining what you mean is not backtracking whatsoever. Because again, if he leaves out the pioneers of Dusty's, and in the same conversation when you're trying to be intentional to create traction, you start explaining yourself, you miss the whole shot value. So
Dusty meant that he would that they didn't pass on knowledge.
Yes, absolutely. All he just further explained.
Man, y'all don't get the fuck out of here, man.
When you throw
out, man, and say anything.
Exactly, bro. Come on, man. Let's not do that.
Let the guest finish his point.
Go ahead.
Y'all being disingenuous with that BS, like seriously. Y'all know that don't mean that. Y'all know if somebody say, if I say right now, if I say Black Socrates, you dusty as hell, is you gonna turn around and be like, oh, she think
I do give knowledge.
Hard in a bitch. Like, what is he talking about?
Once he explained it, it made perfect sense.
I can't accept it.
Once he explained it, it made perfect sense.
Right.
No, it did not. It was him backpedaling.
Hey, that's not bad. Here it is. If you talk Dusty is such a broad word. I don't know what you listen here. Here it is.
Dusty ain't never meant lacking knowledge.
What?
Y'all ain't let me finish on night. Y'all didn't let me finish tonight.
Go ahead, brother.
Dusty, the synonym for Dusty is like dusty, dirty, dingy. It ain't got nothing to do with intelligence.
You're a dirty ass nigga for not passing no knowledge down. Oh, dirty ass nigga didn't pass me no knowledge. Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah. So I'm not on here telling you that the word dusty.
This gotta be about the silliest shit.
Am I able to finish?
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead. Go finish. Okay, go ahead and finish.
So, just to be clear, I am not coming on here telling you dusty means lack of knowledge. That's not what
the hell you just did.
You ain't, I still can't finish.
Let him finish, man.
Y'all not gonna keep yelling at me. I click all y'all off this motherfucker.
But y'all just want to cut it off. I don't want to hear the truth. The truth is the truth is the truth. And the truth is, I'm not there coming on here telling you that the word dusty means lack of knowledge. That's not what I'm saying to you. However, using your own example, Deasia, if you call me dusty, I still got to ask you, what do you mean when you call me dusty? Because you're probably referring to something. It's a broad word. So I don't know what you're referring to. You wouldn't be referring to lack of knowledge if you call me dusty in a playful way or even in a meaningful way. But I still wouldn't know. You would say you're dusty because you didn't do this, Montoya. You're dusty because you didn't do that, Montoya. You're dusty, and I would either accept it or call bullshit if I didn't agree. But you would still have to tell me.
What? Well, I don't agree with this bullshit right here.
Y'all talking about, man?
Y'all not finna play my
serious,
not finna play in my face.
Come on, man. Listen, man.
Oh, in this situation, when
dusty is not no broad word, man.
Intentional shock value word.
Okay.
That niggas like you started.
You say you're dusty because you didn't do this. You're dusty because you didn't do that, Montoya. You put out dusty as an intentional shock value word, and then create the wave you want to create because because you understand your place in this culture. He's gotten himself to a space. It worked so good he got called to the Breakfast Club. That's how good his intentions was by throwing out the word dusty. Now
let me stop you right there. Don't make it seem like the fact that he got on the Breakfast Club like he climbed some type of corporate or social ladder. He been fucking with Charlamagne. I think his first interview was with Charlamagne, so that because they know him.
Who we talking about tonight? Who we talking about tonight?
DJ Akademiks.
Mission accomplished.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. Y'all making this thing like y'all just throwing out all kinds of stuff or whatever.
Hey, it makes sense.
I know. Hey, easy. I know it makes sense, bro.
I know they trying to climb up a wall made of sand, Deasia.
You cutting out Black Socrates.
They like, well, you know, dusty can mean diamond, and diamond can mean shine. So when he say dusty, that meant that he wants you to shine.
Dusty like a mother.
out of here.
He stands.
Dusty meant dirty, dusty. They broke. They ain't got no money. That's what he
It
was
meant
talking
all
about.
that.
Black Socrates, your phone, your whatever you on is breaking up or whatever. Hannibal, come back on. I was trying to get you on, but you was talking to yourself, and
He got a dusty internet connection.
Yeah, and because he just said,
what you mean?
Let me go look up Dusty, and then this person said, "Let me on Dusty." See,
y'all trying to make Dusty.
Y'all not finna play in our face like that. I'm with you, brother. Truth. I'm with you, brother. Truth.
Yeah.
Like they playing in our face right now.
Come on, man.
Hey, man. Hey, it's levels to intelligent conversation.
This is not intelligent at all. Y'all sound like some men with paper sack ass.
The grandeur of Dusty.
He's been saying this stuff, and he's
y'all sitting up here trying to make up
the
Dusty dialogue.
Because after this conversation, you're gonna see more. That's what's gonna happen.
What's gonna happen?
You gonna see more what?
So now that the dialogue has gotten this far, you're gonna see actually more bridging happening.
Facts.
Cap.
You're gonna see older artists doing what they supposed to been doing because they don't want to be called dusty.
Doing it. They've been doing it.
You're gonna see more.
They've been doing it.
You're gonna see more.
The ones that do it is the ones that do it. The ones that don't is the ones.
And the ones that ain't been doing it, they gonna do it.
The ones that's actually dusty, don't nobody want to hear nothing from them anyway. Like MC Shane and all them people. Like,
but we talk about the bridge is gonna continue now. The cats that are getting older the bridge is gonna happen because
Master P always reach out to the youth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't like what he do.
Your phone, your connection is choppy.
A lot of the youth talk shit about Master P sometimes.
No, truth, you're right about this. Truth, you're right about this. So this is why I ain't a big fan of Akademiks because of how he got on. You're right. He will highlight and he plays in the face of all that violence and stuff. It kind of kept moving him up. So I understand why people don't fuck with him. I understand that. And he really highlighted all the stuff in Chicago, and he would almost create beef with his early part of his platform. Some of the, like Charlamagne and them, try to check him on it. He gotten a little bit better about it, but I've watched him still do it. So I get where you're coming from on how he built his name. All me and Preem are saying, we still calling it what it is, regardless of who the messenger is.
So you agree that the niggas is dusty?
It's not even simply do I agree. I just understand what he meant.
Well, you gotta see. I feel like you trying to.
But how you gonna call somebody
dusty?
You
evading the question though, because it's like. Your whole thing is because I saw you and Solomon in the comments about how the truth is being said and people being emotionally attached to it because they ain't accepting the fact that the truth is the truth. Now you're saying you pulling the DJ Akademiks because now you like he asking you, do you feel like they're dusty? And you said no, but you was in the comments saying the truth is the truth.
I don't feel that way. I understand what the man explained on what
Thank you. I get it. That's all we're saying. We understand where he's coming from. He has valid points.
Yeah, that's what I said in the beginning. Both sides got valid points. You know what I'm saying? So I can see both sides.
So let's just take away the word dusty since that's such a trigger word with y'all. What if he called him bitter?
He used
bitter would have been a better word, but that ain't the conversation we having. We're not having a hypothetical conversation.
Okay, they're not dusty. They're bitter. They're mad. They're disgruntled.
So bitter and dusty don't mean the same thing. Why y'all?
Well, I said take away dusty. Let's put a better word with it.
See, this the whole thing. We painting this generalization over everybody. When you do that, we not.
No, you're not.
Nobody.
No, you're not. Not intelligent people.
Don't mean that. So what does Dusty mean? Because I don't know the word.
So who we talking about?
I want to know what Dusty means since she keeps saying you can't change it to bitter. What does Dusty mean? I don't know what Dusty.
Listen,
I don't know what Dusty means.
Okay. So we finna go back to we finna go back real quick.
Now we finna act like we
Dusty. We not. If somebody call you like Dusty, that means that you dirty, you dusty, you balmy. You ain't got nothing going on. You dusty. You broke, busted, and disgusted. That's what dusty is. Dusty has absolutely nothing to do with passing down game. So to sit up here, like, I'm just so surprised that y'all sitting up here acting like y'all don't understand what dusty means. Now, if the man would have said, these niggas is dusty, that's fine. But don't say these niggas is dusty. Then
So you and Truth don't agree then?
No, that's not what. Listen. Y'all not paying no attention.
You saying if he would have said it, then it's cool.
Look, you trying to break me and Brother Truth up. I'm riding with Brother Truth.
Nah, you just disagree with him. You said it's cool as long as he didn't backpedal.
You didn't let me finish.
You said it.
That's my thing. I agree. Y'all not listening to me.
He don't.
I don't care about what he.
Okay, I'm just making that distinction.
You know what I'm saying? I actually.
So you agree with Dusty then? So you actually agree with Akademiks?
I actually said that there are people that's out there. I said that. I was clear with that. Y'all the people that's so cold on listening to somebody explain themselves. I explained myself. Now y'all got me re-explaining. I've already said that.
Right. Well, make it plain and clear for my complete understanding.
I can't help because your brain clouded.
I've been through that.
Yo, peace, Earth. I need you to make knowledge born, Queen.
Well, we finna make knowledge born. So my thing is this. Y'all not finna fuck with me on this hotel shit. Listen, my thing is this. If Akademiks would have said, hey, these old school rappers, they dusty. These pioneers, they dusty. If he would have said that, and then he would have got on the Breakfast Club and was like, yeah, I said they dusty because, you know, they ain't making the same type of money as these cats, and they be hating on the youth, and the youth, they out here living this lifestyle, and they be hating on them. Why you hating on them when you ain't, let me finish, why you hating on them and you ain't got the money? Now that right there, I could see you stood on what you said. You cannot call a nigga dusty and start explaining yourself, and your explanation is, I called him dusty, but I meant he wasn't passing down knowledge.
Okay. So for the record, you agree, you just don't like the backpedaling. There's a lot
of these pioneers that's dusty.
Okay,
cool. I just don't like the fact that he ain't stand on.
So, Brother Truth, you totally disagree, and you don't like the backpedal.
No, what I said is that I don't. It don't matter if they dusty or not. To what I'm saying, it's not on me to call another man dusty. I don't know what they got. I don't know what they doing. If another person think they dusty, that's on him. What I'm saying is, how you calling a motherfucker dusty where your whole platform or your whole everything is because of what they got or what
MC
they built.
Shannon was on drink tramps. No, who's running from dope fiends. The nigga dusty. MC Shannon dusty. You totally disagree, and you don't like the backpedal.
That's on him.
Okay, Hannibal, turn your listening to off. Like, you're already in the bathroom. Go ahead and turn off what you listen to in the background. God damn.
That's on him.
I'm listening to y'all.
I know. Stop listening. We heard it.
Hold on, y'all stop real quick. You on the show. You don't need to listen to us.
MC Shannon was on drink champs. No, who's running from dope fiends.
You good? You ain't know that you could listen to us while you looking at us? Like you really on the show.
That's MDH. He didn't know. Don't do that.
Go ahead, Hannibal, brother. Talk. What you got to say, brother?
Yeah.
He done fucked something.
What's cracking?
He got a delay. Go ahead, brother.
Do I got a bad connection with you guys?
No,
you're good. We wait on you, man. Make your point.
Now,
turn off whatever it is. Turn off whatever you're watching us on. If you got a tab open in the back of the
it's y'all.
Okay.
I'm listening to y'all.
I know. Stop listening. We heard it.
Hold on, y'all stop real quick. You on the? I ain't got time.
This is exactly what Akademiks was talking about. The young people know how to work the technology. The old niggas, they outdated and they mad. So,
Come
Said
back,
they
Hannibal,
outdated.
when you get your stuff together, whatever.
no, Hannibal, don't play. Listen, Hannibal, listen to us right now. Don't watch us while you talking to us, because we can hear it in the background. And you way in Puerto Rico, so it's a hell of a delay.
Right.
That come back on, you can make your point. Just don't listen to us while you on the show with us.
See, and that's the type of shit I be talking about. See, if you know what I'm saying, you know how you had to explain the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That's giving knowledge. You had to give him the knowledge. You get what I'm saying? Because you're an older guy, he didn't know you gave him the knowledge. He gave him the knowledge so he could know, so he don't fall off the ledge. You know what I'm saying? But
he knows
this man here, he get on here and he's sitting up here. What they used to say? Know the ledge. That's what the 5% will be saying. But he get on here and he got the Bluetooth that come around your neck still and shit, and his phone. He needs the knowledge. That's knowledge. We pass down some knowledge to him.
Cause y'all not Dusty.
No, that ain't the same thing.
Dusty ain't got nothing to do with.
That's what I'm saying. Dusty ain't got nothing to do with knowledge. I was able to pass down that knowledge to him. You guys were able to pass down that knowledge to him.
They do.
Now,
thanks to
Akademiks,
Akademiks,
he got a bad connection. Could be Dusty, because that may mean that you ain't got the money for a better connection.
Akademiks done gave us a new definition.
But we're not saying that's the case. We know he in Puerto Rico. But I'm saying, if y'all really want to know how Dusty and knowledge work, the difference in between the two is like, say for instance, if he didn't have the money for a better connection or whatever, then that would be considered Dusty. But not knowing how to use the technology is a lack of knowledge, not being Dusty.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's Dusty is not today's Dusty.
Yeah.
Like I said, hey, I get both sides at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I
Take the goddamn side sometime, Easy.
What'd you say?
Take a stand, nigga.
No, I'm just saying, I get both sides, nigga. I'm just saying, I get the part, nigga. You said the same thing, nigga. Fuck you talking about? But you know, I get the pioneers and I get Akademiks. I get his point. You know what I'm saying? With the whole Dusty thing and everything, like them niggas ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you hate on niggas who getting money when you had the torch and you had the game at one point in time and you ain't? You know what I'm saying? I get it.
It's not.
And I mean, right, but and at the same time, you ain't passed the game down. In order for
they never had the game though. That's as far as I know. Like, when did they have a game? Outside of when it was in its beginning stages, you know what I'm saying? As far as its infancy, before it even got to record labels and shit like that.
Like some of them did have the game and they didn't pass it down.
Right. Like I heard somebody say, shit, who LL put on? You know what I'm saying? It's a few of them niggas shit. I ain't put nobody who Rakim put on. It's a few of them pioneers.
No fucking body.
Yeah, it's a few of them pioneers. I ain't putting nobody on. You know what I'm saying?
Throw this out if I can. So here's the concept though, when you say they didn't have a game. So what happens is we spent damn near 30 years where the record labels are shady. You know what I'm saying? Tribe Called Quest, line, right?
They got fucked bad for years.
So what happens is, and so Akademiks specifically said this again. I'm not a fan of this man, but he highlights how did we ever even get the 360 deals when we've been around for so long? Why wasn't the people that did get messed up and didn't get published not warn the youth, don't sign these same deals? That happened for so long, and the youth had to figure it out. Damn near.
But what about the niggas that did warn them? It was niggas that did try to warn people though. It's people on record saying that people was trying to warn them and people said this and they didn't listen, or they tried to get to this person and they couldn't get to him before they signed the bold deal.
You can't warn them. Can't warn them and diss them out your other's mouth.
It's both sides of the coin. I ain't never heard KRS-One diss young rappers.
Oh, okay. That nigga diss Nelly.
Yeah, he did.
That was the whole point.
They had a rap beef.
That was a hip hop.
That was the whole point, though. The youth against the old school. That was it.
That's why Nelly was like, I'm tired of you niggas talking about was real hip hop half the time. Album drop, you know, both done thinking
that nigga KRS-One went on record and told people to boycott that nigga album, bro. What type of hating shit is that?
Yeah, he was live. He was live at a show saying it too.
Right. So what happens is I'll throw out that when he says Dusty,
and that nigga do look dusty. I ain't saying he is, but KRS-One do look dusty. Shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny that shit.
But let me throw out this.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't be watching.
See, Brother Truth is just against the whole concept of people calling other people dusty.
Yeah, well, I want to throw out.
I mean, I get what a motherfucker say, but I mean, that's just me. I ain't really like, cause motherfucker might call me dusty. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what.
You caught no mind.
It's the point that for me,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something. The fact that we're talking about. We're talking about the academics, what he said, he said in depth, and we are trying to make this. We having this in-depth conversation about it or whatever.
Yeah, y'all trying to make it like it's some
and it wasn't even that. That nigga was just on that platform talking, and it caught wind to some people that felt some type of way about it. It wouldn't have been no deeper than that if he hadn't been pissed people off. So people acting like Akademiks he had this whole master plan going on and how he was finna parlay the situation or whatever for a greater deed or whatnot. That was not the case. That nigga just got caught up in the jam for getting
That's what it's going to turn into.
About his mouth.
It is going to turn into a greater deed.
What Akademiks said after he get off his interview tour, and they're gonna be like, you know what, we finna do a Big Brother program now and start telling the up and coming artists about the game. That shit ain't gonna happen. Y'all some dreamers.
Watch some old school people highlight what they do with the youth. Watch what I tell you.
Y'all some dreamers. You think these niggas gonna get active behind Akademiks when they mad about what he's saying? He ain't empowering them or motivating them to do nothing. They just gonna try to figure out how to use the internet enough to get on his ass, because half of them niggas don't know how to use the internet.
And
my job is done here.
What's also gonna happen is
my job is done here.
All of the old time, but this little period of time will ensure that as this younger group is getting older, they don't ever want to be put in the idea that Akademiks put out. So that bridge is gonna be strong.
A lot of them niggas dusty, man. These niggas all these niggas ain't just getting money, man. Them niggas.
Now the young niggas dusty. Boy,
yeah. So let's see what.
No, what I'm saying is, if the shit that they saying that them old niggas, all these young niggas ain't getting money like that. Some of them is getting money. I ain't hating. But all them niggas ain't getting money.
Unmute yourself.
I did.
Okay. What would you?
I'm unmuted. Nah, I just trip out of how, money is the topic of today's discussion and how that's pivotal in hip hop. Who's dusty? When they the pioneers, the niggas, they created an art form, they created a whole fucking industry. That's self-explanatory. So they might have been dusty. They might not know how to monetize it to benefit it for themselves. They just kicked down the door so everybody else could come in after they've been properly educated to seize the moment. Everybody knows that. Pioneers.
You just said hip hop is an industry, right? It's an industry.
Pioneers never benefit from the shit they create. That's a fact, because they the pioneers.
No, that's not true.
They pioneers never. That's true. Name me one pioneer.
The people who made Microsoft balling. What you talking about?
Right. That's benefited from some shit that they created.
Yes.
From start to beginning.
They ain't create the computer though.
Name me one. I'm not talking about white boys.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Hip hop is an industry. When you become a rapper and you get paid for it, that is a profession. The point of being a professional is to get paid for what you are doing. So to try to eliminate money out the situation is the reason why them old niggas, some of them old niggas is dusty, because they didn't understand the value of ownership and getting money.
Okay, so now you know the meaning of dusty. So Cortez said it's been confirmed that Akademiks was originally calling MC Shan dusty, and MC Shan just admitted to being dusty.
Yeah, but nigga call himself dusty, he dusty. I never said who was dusty or who wasn't.
That nigga didn't have to call himself dusty for me to call that nigga dusty. That nigga dusty.
But my point is, like, it is a point to, like, how would they even?
And I like MC Shan music.
Niggas like Grandmaster Flash and them. You think they knew that hip hop was finna be what it is today, and the money making machine that it is today, the $1 billion industry that it is today? Man, they gotta have some foresight to see that, in order to monetize it. They just doing it because they like it. They gonna make money on the level that they was on, you know, doing parties or whatever the case may be. You know
Can I say this? Can I say this though, brother Truth?
Yeah.
A lot of them realized it and got in where they fit in and did not hate, and now they got money, my nigga.
Yeah. Hey,
but niggas that hate that got money too, man.
Y'all about to talk me to
money ain't got nothing to do with hate. It's just about if you got a business mind.
Shit.
Okay, Hannibal is back. What else would you like to add? Hurry up, I'm not gonna let y'all talk me to
motherfuckers in the world got the most hate.
Hey, the other part though, the other part.
Hate the most.
Here's the other.
No, I'll just.
So your thing breaking up. What you was finna say, Hannibal?
No, I was just trying to say that, you know, it took time for a lot of brothers to evolve with the business acumen to monetize that and position themselves. Hell, you still got people getting beat today, 360 deals that's not winning. That even though a lot of them people that say they got paper, they don't got paper. They capping, they advertising. They ain't got shit. They don't own shit. So it's a whole bunch of capping. At the end of the day, some niggas just shining. They don't got ownership. There's a lot of motherfuckers that do got ownership that ain't shining. So it's just, you know, at the end of the day, you know, pioneers, they not dusty. They just didn't know. And how they gonna get shitted on because it's from some shit that they don't know. For the fact that Akademiks is benefiting off of televising and monetizing past B, speaking on these niggas that's so-called dusty. I mean, that's my take on it. I don't have no respect for what that nigga had to say. I don't respect nothing that nigga had to say. That nigga's a bitch to me. 100. Fuck that nigga Akademiks.
Am I still breaking up? Because I want to say something real quick.
Go ahead.
All right. So here's the nuance that's being missed. None of what Academic talked about is that they're dusty because they did not make money at the time. That was never his point at all. What he said is part of the reason they're bitter and mad at you.
That's his whole point.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I can't finish. Can I finish? I never get to finish.
You put
you don't let me finish.
You watch the interview. You act like we didn't watch the interview.
So did you watch it? Did you watch every? Can I finish? Can I ever finish? Am I ever allowed to finish?
Man, you finish all the time.
You know, you cut me off every time I try to. I didn't even get to finish the point.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Stop crying. Go ahead.
So you're just telling me it ain't that before you. So what he said was, he was saying that part of the reason they're so bitter and hate on the youth so much is because they now not having made any money. That's part of the reason that they hate. He's not calling them dusty because they didn't make money. What he's had an issue with is because they got bad deals, and a lot of them not protect the youth to make sure that a lot of them over the 30 years did not sign bad deals. And he says y'all hate on their music because not only have they made a different style of music, but since you did not give them the game, they figured out how to make money another way. He says you're only hating. A lot of them are only hating because they did not benefit. He wasn't calling them dusty because but he's talking shit saying you're only mad because you're broke. So y'all
now you telling us we didn't hear.
So y'all taking it as he's saying.
That's exactly what he said.
We heard what he
y'all
said.
Taking it as he's saying they're dusty because they're broke.
Nigga said, man. We heard exactly what
he's not calling them dusty because they're broke. He's saying you're bitter because you're broke. Those are two different things.
That after the fact.
That's all he meant, though. That's what he meant. He's just explaining what he meant.
Oh my! Now you saying what?
But okay, he might have a point.
Dusty, y'all ain't got nothing. Y'all broke.
Now he might have a point. But he a bitch ass nigga. You ain't got nothing. But now he might have a point.
No knowledge or nothing.
Stand on your shit. Nigga, don't backpedal.
Y'all
I'm gonna stand on it. In his perspective, because he a bitch ass nigga. That's how bitch ass niggas see shit. You gotta have shit. to see shit. So in his standpoint, yeah. Nigga, you talking to a nigga that had a bunch of shit, and I ain't got much of shit, none, and I'm all nigga 100. I'm a better nigga now than I ever been when I was in the 500 SL. So I take offense to that shit. Money don't make you no better, man. That shit make you weaker.
He never said that.
Never once.
Nah, that's what he's saying when he's trying to say niggas is dusty. Oh, niggas is dusty. Oh, the niggas is mad because they had they shot. They didn't know, nigga. No, niggas is in the game right now is getting fucked. Right now.
That's his point. That's his point.
That's his point.
That's his whole point.
Okay, so they don't. That's his whole point. Okay, I thought his whole point was that dusty all niggas don't got shit in back and bitter.
That wasn't his
that
point.
they ain't got
He
no
never
money.
made that point.
So what about
He's saying people still
I
getting
guess I didn't hear that.
Right,
I guess I didn't hear that. I didn't hear the nigga say, "Oh, niggas was dusty."
You heard him say they was dusty, but it wasn't because they are broke and didn't get money. That ain't he made that clear.
Jigga when he gave when he gave Meek that bold deal.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah, old nigga.
Let me ask you, y'all, you people that like to use semantics that's on here. I ain't gonna say no names because I want to be able to get on the platform and switch it around and explain myself out of it like Akademiks did. So I'm not gonna call y'all by name, but you people that's playing with semantics on here. So say for instance, you got somebody like Rick Ross, right? Making money. He's also a rapper, right? And he's in a position to where he could have people under him and he could give them game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right or wrong?
Yeah, right. For sure.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yet Rick Ross be having people in these fucked up contracts out here. You get what I'm saying? So, but check this out. My point is this. Do you think, considering the money that we know that Rick Ross got, do you think Akademiks would have said, because Rick Ross is not giving knowledge, you think that he would have used the word dusty when he's talking about Rick Ross?
No.
Why not?
First of all,
No.
Let's clarify something. Who said he giving fucked out deals? Meek Mills. Right. Do we know if that's true or not?
Well, allegedly. Let's say allegedly.
Okay, well, shit, come with another point then. Come with another point then.
No, nigga, I'm gonna go with me.
That's not the
point. I'm gonna go with me.
That's not the point.
Getting fucked. He ain't happy about it.
I don't believe Meek. I damn sure don't believe those Mills.
Nah, that's not the point. The point is,
fuck out of here.
Rick Ross.
I believe in Rick Ross.
The point is whether he throwing people
paper.
The point is this. My point is this. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. This is what I'm asking. If Rick Ross wasn't giving game or didn't give game or whatever the case may be, considering who Rick Ross is and what he got, do you think that Akademiks would have used the same word?
Nah, I don't.
Okay, so why y'all sitting up
use
on
a different word
and acting like dusty? Don't dusty means something else other than your ass got money,
other than broke
or something. Why y'all saying my face like this?
What I said was,
you gotta look at the context.
Some of them are bitter because they're dusty and broke.
Rick Ross done put people on, so he damn sure ain't gonna use Rick Ross and call him dusty. Rick Ross don't follow them niggas category.
Okay, so what I'm saying is like Montoya or Black Socrates was trying to say, he was saying his point is Akademiks is calling them dusty because they're bitter and also they're broke. Right. So now it's like I could use the word dusty to them. You're not gonna call a rich man that's talking down on these people that's also not helping them people. You're not gonna call that man dusty. So y'all sitting up making it seem like dusty is the equivalence of not passing on the game. That's playing in our faces right now.
And what he did not say is he didn't say because you're broke, you're dusty. That's
okay. So Puffy, but that's what dusty. What I'm asking you, but I'm asking you this: would you think he would call Puff Daddy dusty?
Say it again. I didn't.
Do
No,
you think he'll call
he
Puff
call that
Daddy?
nigga shiny.
Okay, why you don't think he
Call
will
that
call
nigga
Puff
shine.
Daddy Dusty when Puff Daddy is known for
Cause that
allegedly
nigga
looking
shine,
like
nigga.
why
Take
would you
that,
call?
take
Why
that,
you trying to
nigga.
make it seem like you don't know that Dusty mean you don't have no money?
Shit.
Your phone breaking up.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm saying, I'm just explaining the difference in context. I'm not saying Dusty doesn't mean.
No.
I'm not doing that. So I don't know why you're saying you're hearing that. What I am saying is the brother
Dusty's
came
bro.
up and I don't fuck. And I'm talking about what
Every statement, every statement is not black and white. There's gray areas and
Nah, it ain't no
context to
gray
certain
area.
shit,
Y'all
man.
just on some
listen, man.
bullshit. Like
That's
Y'all-
all it
that's
is,
called-
man.
that's called comprehension and really breaking some shit down, man. Y'all just going on one word and he
Right.
said that word
He
and
called
da-da-da-da.
Dusty and broke. He said y'all ain't got
Man,
nothing.
Why though? You got to ask why. You got to ask why after that.
Right.
He explained it. He explained why he said it. You got to ask why would you say that? He explained it. Now,
Man, that nigga was
now
talking about
you ain't got to accept. You ain't got to accept
What-
his
what he calling it- what did he-
explanation.
So
You gotta accept his explanation.
So when
but
somebody say why you call this person person broke and dusty, y'all mean to tell me if somebody answer was because they don't pass down the gain of other people, y'all gonna ride with that?
Oh,
Come
we
on,
never
y'all
said
quit
that.
playing with my face.
that ain't the only thing he said. He said he said a whole bunch of shit. He explained. I understood.
You
I
said
understood what he said.
yourself you ain't watched the
y'all
whole
talking
interview.
about after the fact. Y'all talking about he explained it after.
Because
He
you got to
didn't
ask
explain
why.
it.
Yeah.
That's how I
He
go. That's
explained
called a
it.
conversation.
Right.
But he was
But
still.
he
What
came
I'm
up with
saying,
something totally different.
he was.
No,
That's an excerpt from a whole
What about
thing that he was doing, bashing the pioneer. That's what I'm saying. That was just the part where he called him Dusty.
This is why I stopped
He
working at the
talking about
Uhuru
the
Academy because I don't have patience when I'm trying to teach people. And this is
I'm
why I
trying to
started.
learn shit from you right now.
Man, I'm putting on a clinic right now.
Cortez
fuck
said
outta here.
only people taking offense to Dusty is a dusty person.
Talk to him, Cortez.
Tell him, Cortez.
Look, the dusty person clicked off.
Hey.
Here's the context. Here's the context.
No, I'm just playing with your Hannibal, baby.
But he said it though. He said he ain't got shit now. He happy. He happy being Dusty.
Hannibal or whatever the case may be.
He said he happy being
I
Dusty.
mean, this is a falsehood right here because that's
Man,
not
I don't
true.
give a fuck what a motherfucker think about me. I'm
LL
straight.
Cool J had a problem with him saying that, and LL Cool J
Whatever
get
a
money,
nigga
so.
think.
Hey, Cortez, he's agreeing with the teachings. My brother Black Socrates came on here and said I'm putting on a fucking clinic.
You are.
Man.
That nigga just tried to make Dusty talking about needing some whole. That nigga just gave a whole 5-minute lecture on Dusty as if Dusty is this broad ass.
Your phone is your thing.
Black Socrates came on here and schooled the agriculture teacher and the vice
principal.
principal.
Y'all, we gotta go ahead and move right along. I'm not finna let y'all talk me to death now.
Can y'all hear me now? I want to say one thing and I'm out.
Narrative.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give your party. Go ahead and give your parting point, brother.
All right, here we go. Here's the context, and I'm out of here. So I'm definitely.
Context. I thought we already did this.
No, that's what I've been trying to do, but I got broken up. So here it is. I never got to say it because my phone was breaking up.
Yeah, because they cap. You see, we've been on our same shit. They got a different point.
No, it's just I've been saying the same point all night.
They got different points.
Same point all night. Here's the context.
Y'all not picking up what we putting down.
Yep. Here's the context.
Picking it back up and trying to rework it.
Here's the context. The context.
Some refurbished.
I don't pick up horse shit.
That's what y'all doing.
Can I say my closing thought?
Maybe not, because you done pissed me off. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, y'all don't want to hear this. Y'all don't want to hear this truth. Now here you go. Here go the context.
Shit.
So the context is, I understand that Dusty means broke. So don't say I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the brother that came on
first when you got on here.
I'm explaining like the academic got to further explain. I further explaining what I mean. So
they're afraid of the truth, brother Socrates.
So the brother that just came on, I absolutely understand why he's offended by academics because he thinks the academics simply said they are dusty because they're broke. Dusty definitely means broke. but the context that he actually used it in was this. The context, because context is everything. That's how you communicate and have conversation. So the context was, hey, you're right. Great example, Deasia. Rick Ross did it. He would not use Dusty. In this situation, he said, hey, these cats, a lot of the pioneers, not only did they not pass down game, but the reason they're so bitter at the youth is because they did not eat off the game. So he is referring to the ones that don't have money and talk shit. So he, in his eyes, called them what he see them as. That's not me protecting them or agreeing. I'm just explaining the context. I would not do what he did, but I still understand the context that he's saying they're bitter due to being dusty and broke.
That's not what
He's not
said.
calling them dusty simply because they don't have money. Like
that's what he explained.
That's not what he said.
He explained himself, and it is what he said.
That's exactly not what he said. He didn't say they was bitter at first. He said they was dusty.
We're not saying at first. We're saying after he was asked, what do you mean? That's what he said.
And then, but that's not considered backpedaling. That's not considered backpedaling.
No, you just further explaining what you mean.
No, he elaborated. It's called elaborate.
Yeah, you just elaborating on what you mean.
He said they don't got nothing, and that was his exact words, bro.
But you gotta ask who is he talking about? Bro. You gotta ask who was he talking about and why.
Saying in
German, he never say who he was talking about.
Y'all. That's the context.
The nigga said MC Shan. That's the context. MC Shan said something flip.
Great show.
Never named MC Shan.
Holla at y'all. Great show tonight.
Peace.
He never named MC Shan is what I'm
saying.
He had,
man. Well, go on Instagram. He did say MC Shan, bro.
After the fact.
Because MC Shan just said some old hate shit that you ignore that the old people do.
I don't ignore the hate.
Well, why you don't know that they doing it? Why you don't know that they
want to make the haters the whole topic? What about the niggas that don't hate? What about the niggas that do good? That's what
they should come out and say what they do.
You feel what I'm saying?
They don't check the haters.
With this cap on this app.
Yeah, y'all just be saying anything. Man.
We need to go ahead and get into that. I'm talking
you
about.
You don't check the haters, nigga. You
went
check
live
the
and went and
do check the haters all the time.
Simmer down, guys. Yeah. We need to go to the school post.
Facts.
So y'all gonna say another person gonna say facts again? It's gonna
school.
Be a fact war.
Somebody gotta have a last word.
Yeah.
Trying to make Dusty mean the whole something.
And the great word to carry is one. You must learn.
Well, why he ain't have no knowledge to pass down to Africa Bambaataa? Why he ain't have no wise words for him, but he got wise words for everything else or whatever?
Because he's an old hater.
Yeah, that's what like you sitting up here trying to use KRS-One when you done got caught up in all this kind of mess. And matter of fact, yeah, he's dusty. And KRS-One give me like bad breath too. So
that's I agree.
There. It gives that. That's what it's
I agree.
Shout out to KRS-One.
Shout out to the teacher, man.
Yeah, I guess. Oh. So anyway, moving on to the school post. So this week school post, you know how we do. Let me get back on here, whatever, and let y'all know. Like every week, we incorporate a post from the school. Y'all quit laughing at me. We incorporate a post from the school. If you have not joined our prestigious institution, the Hip Hop School Past and Present on Facebook, is one of the livest groups that you ever want to be in to discuss hip hop. This is how all this crazy shit that y'all see going on tonight got started from that group. But anyway, this week's school post was the Wu-Tang Clan is greater than Bone Thugs and Harmony. I did not even have to look at the name to see who posted that. So somebody said Supreme said the Wu-Tang Clan is greater than Bone Thugs and Harmony. I'm gonna go around the room. Heezy, what you think about that? Do you think Wu-Tang is greater than Bone Thugs?
That is a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer, 100%. For sure.
What do you think, Brother Truth?
No.
I think no as well. Ain't nowhere in the world them niggas chopping and woo-ha and all that kind of stuff. Like, let me tell you something. The Wu-Tang Clan, I'm gonna tell you something that a lot of people deal with nostalgia.
It's going to be some big cap.
With what they first started off on.
Just like Bone. Just like Bone Thugs, right?
A well put together group. And they had a whole different type of sound and all this old kind of stuff. Bone Thugs and Harmony, if it's one of the best groups to ever do it, if not the best. They're definitely better than the Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang probably.
So the thing is, Wu-Tang, Bone can do what Wu-Tang can do, but Wu-Tang can't do what Bone can do.
Big cap.
I'll say this one thing though. You know what I'm saying? As far as Bone, like group albums, they did have probably more group albums than Wu-Tang, because they only had two albums that was really, you know what I'm saying, about some shit for real.
What you mean, like greater, like record sales or better music?
Shit, both.
Hell no.
Bone has better
and
music.
I ain't even no Bone Thugs fan, but they had like 3 or 4 albums. They had like 3 or 4, like after Wu-Tang Forever, nigga. What was? Nigga,
that was the 2. And after the Bone first 2. Trash.
I ain't even no Bone fan.
Yeah, man. As a group, like Wu-Tang, I'm taking Bone, but you know, it's certain individuals in Wu-Tang that I might like, you know what I'm saying, better than individuals in Bone. But
yeah, that's by far.
Wu-Tang.
I give Bone record sales. I'm not one of the niggas who disregard record sales. It's like they sold more records as a group.
Well,
but
to me, it's like a preference. I like Wu-Tang too.
But I don't like Wu-Tang more than I like Bone. So it's like for you, your opinion always gonna be like
you an anti-Wu. You a hater, so your opinion
I'm
gonna be
not no Wu-Tang hater. I like ODB. I like Ghost.
You won't even participate in Wu Wednesday
because it's like y'all do too much. Wu Wednesday drive me crazy.
So that's what I'm saying. Only a hater will be driven crazy by Wu Wednesday.
Tupac Tuesday be getting on my nerves too.
You a low-key Pac hater.
I'm not. I love Pop.
Yeah, sentimentally you do.
It's like y'all like y'all would get in straight arguments now. When Tupac Tuesday and Wu Wednesday, it's a showdown. I don't be wanting to argue and say the same thing over and over again. Like niggas make the same points over and over again every Tuesday and every Wednesday.
That's how great they are.
No,
but y'all people need to have different arguments though.
Killer Priest and all that.
You
shit.
think Freeway albums are classic until you stop that shit.
It is a classic. That on me because I did not say
it is
classic. It is.
Hey, that Freeway album ain't better than nothing Wu-Tang. That shit ain't better than nothing Wu-Tang ever created. Nothing
crazy. Ain't nobody compared it to Wu-Tang.
You saying we post garbage?
Is a hood classic album, nigga.
You saying we post garbage? Nigga. What type of Wu shit been garbage?
No, it's not the Wu shit that be garbage. It's y'all argument.
A lot of that shit be trash, nigga. That shit ain't
garbage, nigga.
Fuck you talk about? You act like them. Every one of them niggas just cold, nigga. All them niggas ain't cold.
All that from 93 to 2000 is devastating, nigga.
What?
Nah,
that's crazy right there. Hell no.
Yeah, from 93 to 2000, nigga, is all dope, uncut, raw, Wu.
In the 2000s,
digital is trash.
Nah. That first 2 Bobby Digital albums dope.
Is trash, nigga.
Nah, that's better than Freeway album. Way better than Freeway bullshit. Nobody listen to that Freeway shit, but niggas your age.
Yeah, right. Nigga, you crazy, nigga.
That nigga had one song. That one song with Jay-Z and Beanie Sigel was the dopest shit he ever made.
And y'all wonder why I don't be liking Wu Wednesday, because this is what the hell happens in the group. Like that, I don't be having time for this.
All that Killer Army bullshit.
Go ahead, Quando. What you got, brother?
What up, though?
What's up, man? Peace and blessings, y'all. Good show. Good show.
What's up with it?
Shit, Wu shits on Bone.
Thank you.
Bone all sound the same. Wu-Tang had each member had their own sound. Bone, all the niggas sound the same, pretty much.
They a group.
Yeah, but Wu-Tang hit a little bit harder. The shit hit a little bit different.
These niggas call Bone Thugs and Harmony. So we gonna do some vocabulary.
That shit sounded manly to me anyway.
Harmony means
corner store.
Oh my god, here you go.
Corner store winos.
Wu-Tang, they just a whole Wu-Tang is like a mega group, a super group, and you really don't even know where to place all of these people at. Like everybody is like completely and totally different. They are good.
That's what make them. That's what make them the shit.
They ain't fucking with Bone.
That's what make them the shit.
Bone performing bars and clubs and shit right now. Wu just finished the national tour.
Yeah, no, they still on it.
Hey, but somebody who was
matter of fact, they in Dallas right now. So sold out crowd.
They shows not good, and also it wasn't RZA, Jizzle. Who was that? That was a mad because they not even get money off of their merchandise.
If Bone can get themselves together, I ain't saying, you know what I'm saying, they'll be touring too. Listen, they got a cult following the same way as one of the
clan members that came out and was.
A lot of them say they didn't get paid for the Wu word. A lot of them said it.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah, them niggas touring, and them
the youngsters still fuck with Wu-Tang. Only people listening to
niggas that's probably what Akademiks was talking about.
They one of the niggas
kidnapped listening to no Wu-Tang, man. Cut that, man.
No, they is.
The young hip hop
listening to Wu-Tang. I'm telling you.
Stop it.
No, I'm gonna tell you something. They ain't really. I'm gonna tell you something. The Wu-Tang got a symbol that is so iconic. Their symbol is so iconic. So you get these people, they go run a tour or something, or a Hot Topic, and get them a Wu-Tang shirt or whatever. Then they like, let me go listen to their music or something. They weren't thinking about no damn Wu-Tang Clan.
Man, I don't know no young niggas that's listening to no Wu-Tang that's under 30. Nigga, y'all tripping.
I'm talking about the same ones that go back and listen to the Ice Cube shit and shit from the 90s. They listen to the Wu-Tang too.
You talking about on YouTube that do the people that intentionally go out and do the reactions to shit that they never heard?
I'm talking about these young niggas, period. You know what I'm saying? Tell you, they going back listen to the old school.
I ain't saying they listening to Bone either, because they probably ain't listening to Bone either. They ain't listening.
And that Bone shit was corny in a bitch.
Just like we did, nigga. Just like we
did. That's why 3 6 Mafia. That's why 3 6 Mafia mopped them niggas up in their verses, because that shit was.
Bone, I'm from Memphis, and I'll tell you this: I like listening to Bone more than I like listening to 3 6 Mafia.
You think Eminem a rap god? So
well, my thing is what a lot of people don't understand about 3 6 Mafia. See, a lot of people don't understand when 3 6 Mafia was real big on that horrorcore at first. And a lot of people, they don't be understanding that 3 6 Mafia is not the Prophet Posse and Hypnotized Camp and all them other people. When you start bringing your Project Pats in and T-Rocks and all these
we understand that. We get it.
Look at but a lot of people be like, oh, I like 3 6 Mafia, but like, did you like them when they was doing that horror?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. When they was triple 6 Mafia.
Yeah, because I know you like Brother Lynch and all them the cannibalistic ass niggas.
Yeah. What up, though, Crondo?
What's happening, y'all?
What else you got, man?
I think between the comparison of Wu-Tang and Bone, I think Wu-Tang is just more iconic. Bone did come in with a different sound, and they changed the game with their sound, but Wu-Tang had more staying power.
Right. And it's
and that's why they still relevant now.
Like at Torrent or Hot Topic or something, your stores, you can go into like stores right now and you could just pick up like the shirt. That symbol is iconic. It's dope. Yeah.
Fuck all iconic shit. They made better hip hop.
Hey, listen, hey, I had went to a Bone Thugs concert by accident, nigga. They was there with Snoop. Them motherfuckers just happened to be there. It was only 3 of them niggas was there. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, no, it was 2 of them. It's only 2 of them niggas. Two of them niggas showed up.
Ohio, you know man. Come on, man. Cut them some slack.
I was like, man, it was one of the worst performances.
How long ago was that? We opened up for him back in the day, and it was popping, but this is 10, 12 years ago.
It was about that. It was probably about 10 years ago, something like that.
Yeah. When they had their shit together and they wasn't, you know what I'm saying, finked out or doped out or whatever going on, drunked out.
I'm just saying.
They was touring.
When they
had a couple shows here. But when they
fried them niggas brains
fell off. I didn't like them down. I really didn't care for them Mo Thugs. I say that.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Yeah, all that shit.
Mo Thugs was trash.
That's
garbage.
They had their little run. They had their little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but motherfucker
Bone had good production. They had good production. I'll give them that. But they all sound the same.
No, they had good music too, though. That shit was cold, bro. You ain't finna act like Bone shit went hard.
Man, y'all ain't gonna tell me who ain't got none like the Crossroad, who ain't got none like the First of the Month. Cream,
It's the
yeah,
first of the
like
month. They
you
still
ain't
play
got
that
nothing
on.
like
They still
first
play
of the
that right
month.
now. Every
Crossroads.
first of the month.
It's the
Man.
Nuggets
Bone,
brothers.
Bone was the first.
Nothing
Bone
like.
was the first rappers that get niggas in touch with their feminine side.
Well, you can say
First,
whatever
Oh,
you want to say.
first emo
But
rappers.
the thing is,
oh,
it's
they was
like
talking.
one of
They
what was
went.
the
That's
biggest
how you
hit
know you
Cornerstone
don't listen to
Wine.
at
Bone.
that
Fact.
time? It was Cream.
That's how you know you don't listen to Bone. You saying that because they was on some like Ouija board. They was on that type of shit. They was on some straight.
He don't even know.
shit.
Like,
That
and
ain't
then
masculine.
he'll
Ouija
smoke
board
young
shit ain't
robot.
manly.
They got the best
The
weed
fuck that mean?
song.
What makes you? Who the fuck is you to say what the fuck is manly and what the fuck
Ouija,
ain't
are you
manly?
Them
with
niggas had turns with
me?
long nails and was singing.
They was,
That's
oh,
manly.
Y'all was wearing shags and cripping on horseback. So
exactly. What the fuck is you talking about?
Like
you
a man,
don't
like a
sit
cowboy.
and act like Texas was just stand
It's
up.
like Black Cowboy.
Nigga take pictures like this.
Y'all throwing up the set riding horses and shit.
Fuck. Nigga talking about, man, like you set the standard, just everything manly. Nigga.
That Bone shit wasn't.
Wearing that cowboy
Hey,
boots
niggas taking pictures like this.
and a shag.
Wu-Tang members had more dope solo projects than Bone could ever have. Bone, none of the niggas from Bone never came out with a dope album. Wu-Tang, some of the members got dope solo albums.
Busy Bone and Crazy Bone got a dope album.
Yeah, we talking about see, they moving the goalposts, brother. Truth.
No, I'm just saying they got one dope album apiece. I ain't saying they got a bunch of
The
dope
group,
albums. They
the
got one dope
individuals, the production, the lyrics, they beat them niggas in everything, bro.
Crazy Bone is greater than it wasn't Ghostface Killer is greater than Crazy Bone. That was not the post.
Bone is what.
So why y'all talking about individuals?
Bone is what Act would consider dusty. Them niggas dusty, bro.
Now them Wu-Tang.
Cornerstone Wine.
Niggas dusty.
Them niggas
they ain't
dusty.
getting no money.
Well, yeah, half of niggas dusty too.
Yeah,
that's true.
Wu-Tang
30 niggas in the Wu-Tang. Niggas, 3 of them niggas got money.
Nigga. 8 or 9, bro.
3 Wu-Tang niggas got money. The rest of
Them
them
niggas was selling out arenas. Them niggas selling out arenas.
Wu-Tang members, including their affiliates. Like, fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all just be on the internet saying anything. Only thing debatable is production. Wu got them. Look at Cortez. Cortez on somebody's. I don't. Cortez. I'm finna quit putting this.
Cortez a smart person.
Cortez ain't took my side one time. I don't really like this shit. I be feeling the way. You know?
Hey Cortez, look, brother, don't get yourself blocked for trying to be on my side.
Yeah, he on the right side. He on the right side.
These say Cuban links, iron swords, Cuban links, iron liquid swords, all better than now. Those are some
Cuban links. Cuban links is probably be top 10 albums of all time, depending on who you asking.
Shit, probably top
that Cuban Links album, I ain't gonna even tell no lie. I'm gonna have to count the
purple tape.
I'm gonna have to tell the truth on this.
Don't backpedal.
I'm a backpedal a little bit, like that Cuban Links album. that right there is one that it definitely stood the test of time, and the same like feeling that you got when you first heard it. It's like the same now. It still evoked the same feeling, like. Everything was just fire on that album. I love that album.
If a nigga play some Bone right now, be like, man, what the fuck is you listening to?
You crazy as hell. I be listening to Bone when I'm riding.
Yeah, because you're a woman. Bone made music for women.
Quit trying to make
I always said
love song this nigga made. What is you talking about?
I always used to say
the harmonizing, the singing, the R&B, hip hop shit.
So that means all the music today is made for
you just
women.
an old, hard, tough ass nigga. You don't even.
I'm just saying.
So all the music.
Okay, easy. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, I used to always say that. Because I ain't never like Bone. I ain't never liked the singing shit back then when they came. I thought it was some old gimmick ass shit. Niggas reminded me of some old cornerstone winos. You know what I'm saying? Singing at the stove, little quartet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never liked that shit. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that shit was some old gimmick ass shit.
They had their time. They was filling them out west.
Yeah, for sure.
You know how many women? The first of the month is a women's food stamp anthem.
Yeah, I couldn't sit there and sing that shit. I can't sit there and sing that shit.
man. What the
Never.
fuck is you?
Well,
You know how many women was like, so we're the first of the month, bitch.
That's true though. Got your check to come
That's a
up.
black holiday, nigga. Don't try to change the narrative, nigga. The first
No, it was a good song. It was a great song.
I'm
It
just
was
saying,
great.
just the first in general is like a black holiday, nigga. They, you know what I'm saying? Most motherfuckers getting something. Even if you work, you might got something coming on.
But see, you got, but see,
sure.
I think it's like this is a generational age thing. I get that the two younger people on the panel fuck with Bone because me and Heezy, we come from where hip hop's supposed to be hardcore. Talking shit, and here these niggas come. It was a fucking shot. I was like, I don't like this shit. It ain't
how I
hard.
know y'all didn't listen to them because none of their songs.
I didn't listen to it. Nigga, I bought the albums. I bought like 2 of them.
I ain't bought the album, but I heard them. You know what I'm saying?
I bought like 2 of them.
The first one and the second one.
What songs was they talking about feminine shit?
No, they sounded feminine, and it relates. It's a feminine energy.
Okay.
They had long permed hair, like women.
They did not.
And they were singing.
They had afros and they had.
They did not have perm.
They did not have perm.
Making lies, man. This shit is new out, bro.
Them niggas did have perm.
Crazy and Wish had perm.
Them niggas had perm, bro.
Yeah, when they first came out, they did.
They did have perm.
I believe in y'all, and I believe y'all really could prove y'all point instead of doing all this cap on this app. Y'all ain't got to start.
They have perm.
Crazy and Wish had just for me perm. Fact.
Y'all lying, man.
Y'all just for me.
Them folks had.
I heard it was dark and lovely.
Them folks had a press. Them folks had braids and they had afros. They had their hair pressed.
Hey, them niggas is up there singing, man.
But
hey, they are smart.
I wasn't fucking with it back then.
They found a niche,
right?
And they see that people like this shit, and I give them their props.
Yeah,
they are an iconic hip hop group, and you have to respect them for that alone. They didn't sound like nobody else, but that's kind of debatable too. But they did their thing. But Wu-Tang, my nigga. Man, come on.
Wasn't Bones like beefing with Twister back in the day too because of that fast rap style and shit?
Yeah, he was beefing with some Chicago nigga Twister.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an argument about who had the style.
You see the nigga would act like a hoe on Versus.
Busy. Oh no! Listen,
that wasn't feminine. That wasn't feminine, brother. True.
Y'all remember when Busy was saying something to somebody? He said, he was like, because I believe in Jesus.
That shit was so goddamn gay. You don't remember that, brother? Truth?
You're like, Jesus, it's gonna get you. But you know what Busy did was childhood trauma or whatever. You know that man was on that kidnap show.
I don't got nothing to do with these individuals. We talking about the music that Bone made, man. I don't know nothing about.
I give Bone credit for having a song with Easy, Biggie, and Pop. That's as far as the iconic shit I'm gonna go and creating their own sound.
Nigga. What did you talking about? It stood their own, nigga. What did you talking about, nigga? And did they thing on them motherfuckers, nigga?
It ain't talking stuff.
Like they ain't show their ass on them motherfucking songs.
When's the last time you listened to a Bone album, brother? Phil? Keep it 100.
A whole album, I ain't listen. It ain't too many whole albums that I go back and listen to. Period.
Okay, my bad. You're not an album.
Well, I listen to when I'm riding. I listen to songs on the Eternal 1999, Art of War. Art of War kind of they had. That was a little sketchy.
And that was a whole double album. And how that's gonna be sketchy? Yeah, how that's gonna be sketchy?
It was like Art of War because they had
Wu-Tang got a double album. That's a classic.
Classic.
They got 72 niggas. They got 72 niggas.
What double album they got that's a classic?
Wu-Tang Forever.
Wu-Tang Forever, nigga.
But listen, they got 70. These folks got y'all being disingenuous right now.
I'm gonna get mad now.
Wu-Tang got 72
Chambers is a
members.
classic. Wu-Tang Forever ain't no classic.
You ain't gotta wear these folks out or whatever.
Bro. Yeah, you tripping.
What is that? Into the 36 chamber. What's that?
Yeah, after that, you can say that ain't got no class.
Forever is better than Into the 36.
Some people say that. Some people say that.
I don't think I like Into the 36 chamber.
Yeah,
I love
me too. I don't like Wu-Tang Forever.
Triumph is one of the hardest squad cuts to me in history.
Triumph was crazy.
Triumph.
That shit was crazy. Triumph is actually how I honestly, when I was little, I did really like Wu-Tang because you know they had the video with the bees and shit.
Ooh, this child backpedaling like a motherfucker.
No, I'm not. Y'all see
exclusive. This is exclusive.
Y'all be thinking I don't like people because I critique them.
He's trying to change the whole justice.
I just like Bone better than Wu-Tang. I like Wu-Tang.
Damn Killer Bees. Y'all remember that video? They was like, it's some Killer Bees was coming, and then that shit started swarming.
I like Ghostface, ODB.
Bone ain't never made you feel like that.
Yes, they did on the first of the month, and I
had my
food
stamp card, and that's my point. I know. I know.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing to give you a little favor, but I'm not on your side.
Get up. That shit was cold, man. Y'all can't say that.
Man, I got in a fight over how many times Bone said Bone on Crossroads.
Nigga, I like one Bone song.
Everybody.
I used to like one Bone song. For the Love of Money. That was it. That's the only song I really
I knocked
like
the
that.
book out of my cousin because she tried to argue on the Bone in the beginning of Crossroads.
That's
for the love of money. For the love of money and Thuggish Rugged. For the love of money and Thuggish Rugged still got replay value to this day. The rest of them
Thuggish Rugged.
Hold on, wait a minute. You said Thuggish Rugged and For the Love of Money.
They two best.
Not Thug Love or Notorious Thug.
Come on, man.
Nah.
Okay, yeah, Notorious. Both two.
Niggas still playing them to this day, man. Come on, man. They play the first of the month song on the radio every first of the month, man.
They just talking now.
Nigga, they ain't did that shit since 2005.
Oh shit, they do that shit all the time up here.
Anyway, so let's get into the y'all don't want me out. Let's get into the hip hop trivia question.
Oh shit.
This week hip hop trivia question, what was the first hip hop record label? Since we got a guest on here, I'm gonna ask you, Crondo, do you think you know what is the first what was the question? What is the first hip hop record label?
Nah, I really don't know. I would take a guess and say Wild Style or whoever Run DMC was on back in the day.
Okay.
Nope. Okay.
I forgot. I just watched the interview with KRS-One and he was talking
you, brother.
Truth.
You know what? I think I remember something.
I've been sipping.
It's something like start with an S.
It do.
I can't.
It start with an S.
It start with an S. Like I can't think of it like right off. It's
We have brought the shit up earlier, actually.
It's Sugar Hill Records.
Sugar Hill Records.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody just said in the comments too.
I was thinking. It was something else.
I think that was 1979.
What was you gonna say? Starlight Records.
I think that was 1979.
No, I mean, I say Slip and Slide. No, I'm gonna quit playing.
Yeah, that was Sugar Hill Records. Hey, that was started by two. It was a black-owned married couple. I forgot their name. Sylvia somebody, and I forgot the dude name. Yeah. Black-owned married couple.
KRS-One was just talking shit about them, saying how they gang motherfuckers.
Of course he was.
Did it?
KRS-One was saying what?
He was dissing the black business owner.
Yeah, man, I don't like that shit. I don't like when people try to make us the face of this shit, man. Fuck that shit. Blame the motherfuckers that's really at blame. Control this shit. We don't control this shit.
If y'all like this video, hit the like button. And if y'all want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button. And if y'all feel some type of urgency to watch this shit, hit the notification bell.
Hey, Crondo, tell us about your podcast, brother.
Yeah, Pyro's podcast Thursdays at 8 West Coast time. I think that's 10 o'clock y'all time where y'all at, and maybe Easy and Truth. I don't know what time. Okay, yeah, it's 11. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, Pyro's podcast. We talk about current events and hip hop and sports and shit. Basically, we be roasting each other, talking shit. But yeah,
what's up? And how can we find you, brother?
Pot Roast Podcast on YouTube, and then Central Station Studios on YouTube.
All right.
Salute to y'all, man. Good show. Y'all be
Thank
having
you,
me.
brother. Appreciate you, man.
I
Yeah,
got
bro.
hungry. My mouth was went the water. I got to
Peace.
figure out what to eat.
So
Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check us out every Monday at 8 p.m.
And all you old niggas that was on the post talking shit, I knew you niggas wasn't gonna
Thank
come on
y'all
the
so
show.
much for tuning in. We
Scary ass
about to
niggas.
out. Y'all have a good one.
The Hip Hop School, past and present podcast.